Now, the Princess of Wales, Princess Catherine, of course, now she returns to official international travel this week for the very first time since her cancer diagnosis. So she's going to Italy. Angela, what do we know about this trip?
This is a really interesting trip that she's chosen to do because this is right in her wheelhouse with early childhood education and care. And she's visiting this region of Italy because they're very ahead on this. Their childcare, their childhood experiences are something that she has watched, she's interested in. I think what's really interesting, she hasn't travelled since she had cancer. The last time was when she went overseas with William to Boston in 2022. This is a solo visit. She's doing it on her own, but she's also, this is a woman who wants to leave a legacy, and this is going to be her legacy project. She wants to take it global.
The Princess of Wales' emotional return. Italy welcomes Kate on her first overseas trip since her cancer diagnosis. What happens when one of the world's most admired royal figures steps back into the international spotlight after facing one of life's toughest battles? You get a moment that feels bigger than royal tradition, bigger than ceremonial handshakes and carefully planned speeches. You get a moment that feels deeply human. That's exactly what unfolded as Catherine, the Princess of Wales, arrived in Italy for her first overseas trip since revealing her cancer diagnosis, and the welcome she received was nothing short of extraordinary. The historic streets of Italy, famous for centuries of art, resilience, and romance, became the setting for what many are calling one of the most emotional royal appearances in recent memory. Crowds gathered, cameras flashed, and for a brief moment, it felt as if the world paused to witness something special. This wasn't just another royal engagement. This was a comeback. And what happened during this remarkable visit left many people asking one powerful question. What does this new chapter mean for the future of the Princess of Wales? For months, royal watchers around the globe had been anxiously awaiting signs of Catherine's return to full public life. When news first broke of her cancer diagnosis, it sent shockwaves across the world. The Princess of Wales has long been seen as the calm, graceful pillar of the modern monarchy. The royal who somehow manages to make impossible expectations look effortless. Then suddenly, everything changed. Her announcement was met with an outpouring of support unlike anything the royal family had seen in years. Social media flooded with messages of hope. Well-wishers sent letters by the thousands. And then came the silence. That silence wasn't emptiness. It was healing. Like a favorite book temporarily closed halfway through, the world knew Catherine's story wasn't over. It was simply entering a quieter chapter. So when Italy was announced as the destination for her first overseas visit since her diagnosis, excitement exploded. Why Italy? Why now? And what message was this trip meant to send? Those questions only deepened the anticipation. There's something poetic about Italy. Its cities are filled with reminders that beauty often rises after hardship. Ancient ruins stand beside modern life, telling stories of resilience and rebirth. In many ways, it made perfect sense for Catherine's return. Italy has long shared warm diplomatic ties with the British royal family. But this visit carried a deeper symbolism. Rome, Florence, Venice, these aren't just postcard-perfect destinations. They're places where history whispers from every cobblestone. And as Catherine stepped onto Italian soil, it felt as though the setting itself reflected her own journey. A journey marked by challenge, grace, and renewal. Observers couldn't help but notice how carefully this trip appeared to be planned. Every detail seemed intentional. The location, the timing, the public appearances. The message was clear. The Princess of Wales is stepping back into the world, and she's doing it with quiet strength. But what truly stole the spotlight wasn't the itinerary. It was her. This trip may be just the beginning. Royal insiders believe it signals a carefully measured return to more international engagements. If true, we could soon see Catherine stepping back into larger royal responsibilities. And after what happened in Italy, it's clear she'll be welcomed with open arms wherever she goes. But perhaps the bigger story isn't about royal schedules. It's about legacy. Years from now, this trip may be remembered as the moment Catherine's public role evolved from admired royal to enduring symbol of courage. And honestly, that might become one of her greatest contributions. The Princess of Wales' arrival in Italy was more than a diplomatic visit. It was a reminder that resilience is beautiful, that healing is powerful, that comebacks can inspire millions. Watching Catherine step forward again felt like witnessing the first sunrise after a long storm. Quiet, hopeful, unforgettable. What did you think of Catherine's emotional return to Italy? Do you believe this marks the beginning of a powerful new chapter for the Princess of Wales? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective.